And welcome back to Black Pen, episode 76. So today we're going to talk about market price, sales price, and appraisal, and what is the difference. So let me quickly introduce myself. My name is Latosca Asberry, and I am a Texas real estate agent. So let's go ahead and get into it, because I don't want to hold you all too long. So if you was wondering about market price and sales price, and of course, y'all know I'm gonna read from my good old notes. Market price, sales price, and appraisal, and what is the difference. So market price is market value. Let's go ahead and do it like that, because that's how they present it, as market value. So think of this as the neighborhood post. It's what a buyer is willing to pay and a seller is willing to accept for a home based on current supply and demand. It's essentially what comparable homes in the area are selling for right now. So let's say you are ready to move. So you done bought your new home. Let's say you bought a starter home. Let's start there. So let's say you have bought a D.R. Horton home. You know, the builder that a lot of people say, ooh, stay away from them and stay away from their cousins, because they got cousins too. Stay away from them. So, all right, you have bought your D.R. Horton starter home. So you are ready to sell your starter home. You ready to upgrade. You have created memories in this home, and you are ready to sell. So you bought the home. Let's say you bought the home for um 295. So you bought the home for 295. Well, houses do appreciate. So you go and put, and then now I'm just playing with numbers here, you all. You go and put a price tag of $350,000. And it's like, ooh, that's that's is she going up here? Okay. Ooh, that's a lot. $350,000. That's a lot for this home. Look at the size. What does it have in there? So it's all of the things that people look for when they're trying to purchase a home. So okay, let's stick with the seller. Okay, I got distracted because I'm like, oh Lord, are they gonna come in here? So again, so you purchased the house for 295. The home didn't appreciate it, and so you want to slap a sticker on it for 350,000. All right, so your real estate agent does the comps in the area, and they say, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, here's what the homes are selling for in this area. The homes are selling for 325, and you're like, no, I want 350. I brought my kids home to this house. I got married. Just all of the memories that are attached to the home, and you cannot put your memories. You cannot attach your memories to your home. It doesn't go like that. And so you still stick with the 350, because we have to do what you all say. No, I'm adamant I can get 350 for this home. It's a good home. It's great for young couples starting out. And I just noticed I don't even have my water with me. Golly, I think I left my water in the car. And so we're gonna stick to 350. So the buyers that come out and they look at the home, and don't let your house be near a new construction, because you're really gonna have to do some negotiation back and forth, because you're seeing 350, but down the road is a new community and starting prices is 300. Whoo, okay. And so you get people to come out, they look at the home, 350. Okay, no, this is not worth 350. Yeah, I like the kitchen, I like the primary suite. Yeah, that looks nice. This looks nice. It got the stairs. Okay, checks all the boxes. Ooh, 350. I just really don't know about that. So that's one thing you want to be sure that you price your home according to what the homes have sold for in the last 30 to 90 days. So you can't put a price on your memories. It's about what the market says the home is worth. And then sales price is the bottom line number in your contract. In new construction, this starts with the builder's base price, but it grows once you add your specific upgrades, lot premiums, and customization. This is the amount you actually agree to pay um, the builders. So yeah, so when you ride by and you see a sign, let's stick with the 325. So you see a sign in the new community that says, all right, 325. Houses starting at 325. That's going to be the most basic, which is nothing wrong with it. It's going to be the most basic home. And then once you start going into the design center and started doing those upgrades, that makes the price go up. And then we'll talk about the design center in a later episode. That's something totally different. But for right now, what makes up the sales price is um, but no, the starting out prices is the starting out prices. So let's see. So you like this particular floor plan, and so we'll say that home right there is 330. Well, once you start adding in all of the upgrades, that makes that price go up, and so that's what that creates your sales, not the 330. Now you can get the home without getting all of those upgrades, and I highly recommend that for first time home buyers. Don't go in and start adding all of those things to your home. And what I like now is that a lot of builders, they have removed the whole design center away, and some still have design centers, but I think that was a really smart move to do that, because when you go into that design center, it's like a candy store for adults. It's like Home Depot slash a Lowe's or whatever other home improvement stores out there. It's that time three. I'm talking about it's pretty. I have been to a few of the design centers. Yeah, it is pretty. They're gonna make sure they have the fluorescent lights. Oh, they're just gonna make sure it looks. They're gonna roll out the red carpet for you, but you also don't want to over value your home. And then we're gonna go into appraisal. So the appraisal is what the banks say the home is worth. So they are the ones that pretty much have the final say. So let's go back to market price slash market value, however you want to state that. So you're gonna price your home at 350 because you think you can get your home for 350. All right, so you find a buyer that said, "Oh, okay, we'll take it for the 350." Well, when the banks come out there and do an appraisal, and they say that the home is worth, um, and again we playing with numbers. Let's see. So the sales price is 350. They said yes. Okay, we will take that. Okay, so they come out, they do an appraisal, and let's say the house is worth uh 335, and you're like, ooh, the house is only worth, and again, I'm playing with numbers. I'm just playing with numbers. This is just educational purposes, so don't think that, wow, this house is 350, but the bank says it's worth 335. No, we're just doing role playing. And so they come out and they say, well, no, the house is worth 335. Well, if the buyers really want the house, the bank is only going to lend the 335. The buyer has to come up with the rest, or you have to lower the price of that home to meet whatever, the bank says that the house is worth. And so that's why, again, that was a very smart move of some of the builders to say no to the design center, because you can overestimate your house. Because you can put your house up to be $1 million home, but when it's time to sell it, you might not even get that much. The highest you probably get, and again, we playing with numbers because I got to watch myself. You might get 550 out of it as the most, but you didn't put so much money into the home. But again, each situation is different. But we was just playing with numbers, and also everything is negotiable. So don't let the price tag fool you. So like you can see a home. You can see a home going for $619,900. Okay, well, once it's time to get to the negotiation. Now, don't go in there, you all, because I've had people to do this. Lord have mercy. I was like, that's an insult. But I didn't look at it as being an insult because, I'm like, oh, okay, a cash buyer. I haven't worked with a cash buyer. I mostly work with people who do third-party financing. And so I'm like, ooh, a cash buyer. They're coming in. They want to take off $100,000 from the home, and the sales rep was like, yeah, no, that's not going to work. So don't go and sit at the table and be like, well, okay, I really like, let me get to the name of this one. I really like the peony, but can we bring it down to 600? Somewhere right in there, 600, 615, 609, just play around. You just never know how much wiggle room you might have. So a lot of that is being equipped with the right realtor that can help drive down that price. Not too low, but they can help negotiate the price. They can help get you a washer and a dryer, throw in some upgrades and things like that. So again, you all, so let me see what other notes. Yeah, so your sales price is negotiated with the builder based on your choices, like the premiums and the upgrades. And so again, the appraisal is the ones that say, hey, yeah, you went out to that I was gonna say you went out to that dealership. Oh, am I gonna get a new car? You went out to that design center and you bought $100,000 worth of stuff, and we appraised this home, and it's still appraising at 450. Well, you gonna have to pay the rest of that. Now, I don't know if there's a thing about return. I don't know if there's a return policy. I need to ask Michelle, is there a return policy in the design center? I think all things are final with them. So that's why I like that some builders have gotten away from, the design center, because, as I'm telling you all, that I had a video. Yeah, I have a video on my channel where I went to Toll Brothers Design Center, you all. And it's pretty. You be wanting that, you be wanting that, this, that, and of course, they're going to give it to you. Especially if you get in a Toll Brothers house. And we all know Toll Brothers house start at $1 million and on up. And so shoot, they gonna tell you no, shoot, get it, throw it in the bag. Throw it in the bag. Well, all right, you all, again, I'm working on being very mindful of your time. And so if you have any questions on market value, sales price, and appraisal, feel free to, put those comments below, and I will see you in the next episode.